Alright, so this is your buddy Drakin coming to you again on YouTube for Atlas Walkthrough Series Part 2, Primarch Explanation. So, let's get Atlas up and running. There are 4 primary Primarchs once you get past the initial little baby fighter Primarch they give you that basically dies pretty much about any time you attack anybody above level 200, really. It's just to give you the gist of the mechanics of fighting, moving around Atlas, carrying troops, things like that. It's basically just for educational purposes. Once you have leveled this Primarch up to level 5, you are able to open up all of the other 4 primaries that you have. A Trapper, originally called a Rusher, is the fastest of the 4 Primarchs. They are mainly a defensive Primarch. As you can see, the defensive power compared to its attack power, they're more so used when people are attacking your castle. They will attack that Primarch just to kill off their troops before they can actually attack the castle directly. You have your Taunter, which basically is used primarily by high level with high defensive capabilities on their base. Players that are pretty much 300 and above, like the Taunter, your attacking army has to kill off the Taunters or trap them, in air quotes. You will see that when you have a Atlas battle, there'll be a little cage around the Taunter, meaning that they cannot be attacked or attack you in return for 5 minutes or so. And when you click on these icons, they will tell you how many troops you have to kill off to trap it for about 10 minutes or so. The Destroyer, which is basically the older brother version of the Fighter, is a well-balanced Primarch for anybody who is kind of a mid-range player. You have a equal balance between attack, defense, troop capability, and speed. It's an all-around balanced Primarch that doesn't really give you any advantages or disadvantages. The Sieger, as its name implies, is a attack Primarch. It gets in, does high attack power, kills off a massive amount of troops. However, if it's left unguarded at the castle, it is fair game pretty much for anybody. As you can see, that 52 on the defense power leaves it wide open to kill off troops. They carry a massive amount of troops from the get-go, and every level you go up, it adds on another massive amount of troops. Once you reach, I believe it is level 5, I'm sorry, level 15, you advance to the silver tier, and I believe there's a second silver tier there, and they just get better stats as they go up, but the basics of the Primarch stay the same regardless of their level. So to recap, a Trapper is for someone who wants to get in, do a quick attack, but also be able to take some damage. The Taunter is somebody who is able to take and absorb a lot of damage, high troop count. That is going to be basically the bullseye for when people attack your castle. Destroyer, even keel. A lot of players were really big on the Destroyers until they found out that the Diamond players were getting specific with the other 3 on how to maneuver other players into losing massive amounts of troops. So the Destroyers kind of fall into a wayside with all of the more advanced players, and they get more specific. And like I said, a Sieger, if you are a person of high level who likes to get in, attack, do massive damage and get out, that is for you. However, your Sieger has to be staged early on because they are the slowest Primarch to move around. So the Siegers, as you'll see, a lot of people will have them stationed in no man's land so that they're safe from attack, because you'll lose your troops every single time if they are attacked ahead of time. Once again, you have your 3 slots. You're automatically given the first slot, which I have my Trapper on currently. My second slot, which is the Sieger, that is open with 2.4 million gold. The third slot takes 30 million.1. A lot of players are not able to open that until you get a high level storage hut. Mine is level 98 and it holds 21 million. I had to spend about 8,500 diamonds in addition to afford the extra gold to open that slot up. It's not necessary totally to open up the other slot, however it is advantage to have your 3 kind of going to maneuver them around so you can attack more and store more troops if you are going to be on a Atlas war. Moving along, I'm going to show you an attack run on a poacher, which, like I said, these are the poacher icons. When you have attacked it, it'll have a little check mark to tell you that that one is done. There's only 3 to 4 in each region. If enough of your team kills off enough of the poachers, then it will remove itself and a new one will spawn for more attacks. You also get bonus gold and bonus troops. It's a minute amount, but it all adds up eventually if you get rid of most of the poachers on your team. So if you click on that, it'll tell you what shard they have over in the left lower corner, how much gold you will get for attacking that. Currently, when you start up on Atlas, they're going to give you what we call an elite gold bonus, which is going to be 5 times the normal amount of gold that you will receive for attacking. You get a gold bonus every day, just like you do an XP bonus. I believe you start off at 150k gold, and it goes down by about 5,000 each time you attack, until you get down to about 120, and then it drops down to 25k per attack, regardless of how many times you attack after that. And then that is also affected by the tax rate set on your castle if you do have one. So in the lower right corner, it tells you how many of these poachers are left on this icon that need to be attacked before it can be respawned. If you click on the details of that, it'll show you who has attacked it successfully, killing off a number of poachers. In the upper right corner, you have how much time is left for that poacher to be in that region before it escapes. You probably just saw that icon pop up. That is an Atlas attack banner. They're dark blue or purple, depending on if you're colorblind or not. Regular attacks always show up in green. Defends are in green. Regular defends and regular war dragons are green. You have your event attack and defends are in yellow. A Atlas defend, if someone is attacking one of your teammates' Primarchs, it is in light baby blue. So we're going to go ahead and we'll attack this poacher here. Oh, another thing you gotta remember, like I said, the gold ring around the trapper you see there, that's the Primarch I currently have activated. I have to tap the Sieger, see how it's yellow now? That means it is now the Primarch I'm using. So you can have your Primarchs spread out in different regions and then just toggle between them and you can attack there. As you saw, a green defense banner for regular war dragon attack. As I said previously, there's a lot visually going on in Atlas. A regular Atlas attack is set up differently. When you go for your attack run, a Atlas attack on a poacher or a gold mine, this is the quote-unquote XP base that everyone keeps talking about. You don't get your own personal XP base. It is the poachers and the gold mines that are the XP base that you are referring to, and they are set up pretty much similar to this. They will have various amounts of cannons, ballistas, and trebuchets, whereas lightning and storm towers kind of stay around maybe 5 or 6 apiece, back and forth between the style they have. These are geared towards your specific level. All the towers are usually the same level. Even though there are no mage towers, These are not necessarily easy, nor are they necessarily hard. You have to get your dragons usually to a certain level before you can one-shot it on your own and get your max amount of XP. So we're going to go ahead and attack this. As you can see up in the left corner, it's called Invader. So when you see an Atlas invite banner, anytime you see Invader when someone's attacking, it means it's a poacher. So they're trying to just get some gold, usually in XP. So we'll go ahead and attack my buddy here. This is a rider from Atlas that you can hire with rider gems. They can be purchased, like I said, in the store, or you can earn them by getting rewards through the glory event that's coming up here as soon as you guys get Atlas on the 17th. So it's a good thing you're going to have the gold bonus, because you're going to need all that for leveling up your Primarchs, and you can really supercharge your Primarchs really quickly. You just need to get a massive amount of troops to be able to get the glory. And all Atlas riders only get glory while they do attacks on players. Nothing is earned on the rider per poacher and gold mine attacks. It all has to be on a player's base that they get XP on in Atlas. Anyone following you does not gain XP for their rider, so you always have to be the person initiating the battle to get XP for the rider and then glory for your Primarch. That's a very important thing to remember, because a lot of people got really pissed off when PG changed the rules. The follower used to get glory too, now they do not. So we're going to go ahead and initiate our attack run. So just keep in mind and watch where all the monuments are. There was one that just blew up on that wall on the right there. That is a new monument. Their monument here is this wall here. This tower coming right up in front of me. On the back here, this little tower there. There's a wall over here on the left I'm going to attack. This tower here is a monument, and then this wall back here. You have to be cognizant of your spells are going to affect this land differently. Just because the towers sometimes are on these little platforms. If you didn't notice, that tower on the right there just blew up. That is a monument. This bridge is a monument. Sometimes it's best to go through a sorcerer a couple times so you can lock on to all the monuments and find out where they are. This one is an extremely hard one for people to kind of get a hold of. The towers are all on different levels, so sometimes you don't succeed there. There's a tower on the right there that's a monument, and all these boats in that tower there. There's also a tower here everyone usually misses. That is a monument. So when you do your events for your monument runs, you'll still get chests here in the Atlas run, silver and bronze. Always remember to heal your dragon. And then that is the base castle that you blow up and you're finished. It tells you your medals up here on the top. If there's any taxes from your castle, ours is currently maxed on gold, so the tax is set at 0. I am in a fire region, so I got the 564 fire shards. The elite gold bonus is going on, so I got 885k gold for that run. You get your XP. As you can see, my XP bonus is going on there. And now I can change some troops because I have 800k. And if I don't want my troops on my Primarch, I have to remember to move it. Go here, fast track my troops again. Here, transfer to the barracks. The exchange rate here that you have to be aware of. also during the elite, you're going to get 7,200 trainees an hour to fill this gauge up to get more troops. Normally that gauge fills up at 1440, so it takes a lot longer. So it kind of helps when you're having to scramble for gold and do like 1,000 runs to get anywhere once the gold boost runs out for the day. However, normal, if I'm just training regular troops, I'm not reviving them, the exchange rate is 1,000 gold for one troop, and then it is 10 trainees will give you one troop. So the exchange rate is 1,000 to 1 on gold, 10 to 1 for the trainees. So just be aware of that. If you have more gold per se, like I have 1,000,000, I want to go up, you can change the little bar here. I can train up to 50k troops if I have 5 million gold. If you do not have the gold or the troops to train, there's the bullhorns, as mentioned before, that give you extra trainees, and then you use diamonds for the excess gold you are missing. I'm not going to use either of those. I just want to have the 800 troops. You have the revive option over here. When you attack, a portion of your troops that you lose will go to the revive bin. We like to refer to them as zombies. And during the troop training event, which is going on currently, and you can get prizes for, and be aware you get massive amounts of points if you revive more, because you can revive troops at, I believe it is one revived troop for 100 gold, I believe the exchange rate is. So you can get up to 5,000 troops revived on just a 800,000 gold, something along those lines. You have your prize tree here. This is where you get, in every Atlas event, you have shards that you can win, timers, diamonds, and then crafting scrolls. They vary on amount depending on the event that you're going for. As I said, in the glory event, you get writer gems as well, but they don't start off until midway through the tiers, so you have to rank pretty high on the glory before you get a shard. A writer gem, I should say, I'm sorry. You do not get team awards for certain levels achieved for everybody, unfortunately, at least not yet. You definitely want to make sure you get as much glory as you can for each Primarch. It tells you when you click on each one how much experience it has, which is that little ribbon over here. I have not used my taunter yet for attacking anybody, so it has 0 experience, but if I had the enough experience, it would take me 2.42 million gold to level that up just to 1, and it goes up considerably with each level, so make sure you have enough gold laying around or somebody can transfer enough to you. I believe that is it for our Primarch tutorial. I will be continuing the series with the Atlas events specifics. Video next here. One more thing with the troops. Over here on the far right, it'll tell you how many troops you have total, in case you're wondering. That little helmet with a 34.5k next to it, that's how many troops I have currently. And that's it. I hope to catch you guys for the Atlas events tutorial I have coming out here next. I'll be back soon.